The coronavirus emergency as the top experts with an urgent warning in that intense hearing on the Hill. President threatening to overrule the scientists at the FDA over those expected new guidelines for vaccine makers. Mary Bruce joins us now from Washington with more on that. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. Well, 6 months into this pandemic, 200,000 Americans dead. And this morning, President Trump and his administration are once again injecting politics into this pandemic, undermining the nation's top scientists and even questioning their motives. At the White House, President Trump undercutting his own health officials yet again, saying if the FDA adopts stricter standards that slow down the release of a coronavirus vaccine, he might reject them.
Are you okay with that?
Well, I tell you what, we're looking at that. That has to be approved by the White House. We may or may not approve it. That sounds like a political move.
Those new rules would reportedly require monitoring trial volunteers longer, possibly delaying authorization of a vaccine until after the election, a target date Trump has been touting.
We think we can start sometime in October.
The FDA declined to comment on the president's latest statement, but just hours earlier, testifying on Capitol Hill, the FDA commissioner was adamant they are being guided by science, not politics.
Our thorough review processes and science will guide our decisions. FDA will not permit any pressure from anyone to change that. I will fight for science.
40 days till the election, the White House has been eager to paint a rosy picture of their handling of the pandemic. But on the Hill Wednesday, the head of the CDC, Dr. Robert Redfield, with a blunt reality check.
A majority of our nation, more than 90% of the population, remains susceptible.
Shortly after, White House advisor Scott Atlas, who has no background in infectious diseases, argued that's not true.
Yeah, I think that Dr. Redfield misstated something there.
He says the data Redfield was referring to is old and incomplete and that he got it wrong. But the nation's top scientists are clearly fed up with being targeted in this political battle. In a tense exchange, Republican Senator Rand Paul questioning if safety guidelines have helped New York beat back the virus, instead writing it off as, quote, community immunity.
They're no longer having the pandemic because they have enough immunity in New York City to actually stop.
I challenge that, Senator, because I want to, please, sir, I would like to be able to do this because this happens with Senator Rand all the time. You were not listening to what the director of the CDC said, that in New York, it's about 22%. If you believe 22% is herd immunity, I believe you're alone in that.
Now, the experts say a vaccine could be authorized soon, but say it will likely take several more months for it to be widely available and distributed. They say that's not likely to happen until sometime next spring. And even then, Dr. Fauci cautions that a vaccine is not going to completely eradicate the coronavirus. So still a long road ahead here, George.
Of course there is. Okay, Mary, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.